everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to ask what is in their headspace. We're going to ask the Divine Masculine what is in their headspace when it comes to the relationship and their Divine Feminine. And then we're going to ask the Divine Feminine what is in their headspace when it comes to the relationship and their Divine Masculine. Please feel free to switch roles if you identify more so with the other side, as we are all the Divine Masculine and we are all the Divine Feminine. Okay, so beautiful Divine Masculines. Oops, I just got to hit pause here. Sorry about that. Okay, so what's in the headspace? What's in the headspace? What is in the headspace when it comes to the relationship for the Divine Masculine? What is in the headspace when it comes to the relationship? What is in the Divine Masculine's headspace when it comes to this relationship with their Divine Feminine? 2 cards. What's going on in their headspace when it comes to the relationship part? Okay, in the relationship. Yep. Okay, so with the 4 of Pentacles, they're understanding that this is a firm foundation. I love it. They understand that this relationship with their Divine Feminine is rock solid. At the same time, they feel like in their headspace that they're not quite where they want to be materially, financially. They don't feel like they're quite prosperous enough to be in this relationship that they feel is a firm foundation. But let's go ahead and get a clarifier. Why is this here? Whoops. Sorry, not that big. We want this there. Let's get a clarifier. Why is this here? Why is firm foundation here with material harvest reversed on what is going on in the Divine Masculine's headspace when it comes to the relationship with their Divine Feminine? Playful. They actually see this relationship as playful. That's very interesting. That's nice. So maybe energetically, the Divine Feminine has been sending playful vibes. I love it. In their headspace, they see this relationship as playful. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the Divine Feminine side. What is going on in the headspace for the Divine Feminine? What's going on in the headspace for the Divine Feminine? 2 cards. 2 cards. What's going on in the headspace for the Divine Feminine when it comes to their relationship with their Divine Masculine? What's in the headspace when it comes to their relationship? Interesting. I love it. All right. So what's interesting with this is the Divine Feminine is reversed, okay? But at the same time, we have wise investment, Ace of Pentacles. So the Divine Feminine in the headspace thinks this is a wise investment with their twin flame. But at the same time, we have the Empress card reversed. So kind of the same thing as the Divine Masculine, not noticing the prosperity, not really. So when you're the Divine Feminine, it's almost like as a Divine Feminine, it's like you understand that that you're already prosperous, that you're already have everything you need, and that like you don't have to want anything or long for anything. It's like you are like it's already yours, right? So the relationship, the way the Divine Feminine is viewing it, is a wise investment, but at the same time, questioning and not so much understanding that the Divine Feminine already has everything she needs or everything he needs, as Divine Feminine does not have to be gender. At the same time, what they're telling me with the Divine Feminine is also the Divine Feminine's a little bit out of balance. Okay, so what that means is if you want to look that up, the Divine Feminine being out of balance, this would be keeping the relationship out of balance and not in physical union. And so you might want to like look up what the divine what it means to be Divine Feminine. There's many different websites out on that. So balancing out the Divine Feminine is going to be very helpful. But there's some kind of and it's almost like the Divine Feminine views the relationship as possibly not. How do I put this? So the Divine Feminine being reversed, it's almost like the divine feminine, the Empress, is all about being creative. It's all about being intuitive. It's all about being um, like compassionate and introspective, and it's almost like unstable is what I'm getting. It's almost like the divine feminine sees this as a wise investment, but not quite stable is what I'm kind of getting from that. But let's get a clarifier. Why is this here? Why is Empress reversed with Ace of Pentacles, and how the divine feminine views the relationship? Yeah, the moon. Yeah, the shadows. Exactly. An illusion. So the way the divine, yeah. So the divine feminine is viewing the relationship in from a shadowy point of view, or in the shadows. I think some of you already understand that you're in the relationship in the shadows, that there's something going on where it's not at the highest vibration, all right, and that your shadows are being mirrored back to you. It's almost like you guys are a really smart group here. It's like you already know what's being mirrored back to you from your twin flame relationship is the shadows. Okay, let's move on. What now? What is in the headspace when it comes to the divine? What is in the divine masculine's headspace when it comes to their divine feminine? Specifically, their divine feminine. What is in the headspace? In the headspace, what is going on in the headspace specifically when it comes to their divine feminine? Divine feminine. What is in their headspace? Yeah. In their headspace, when it comes to specifically about their divine feminine, they're losing hope here, and they're wondering if there's ever going to be commitment. They're just in their headspace. They're really questioning it. They're really questioning if this is going to come true. This Four of Wands, and they're kind of losing hope. Now, but let's get a clarifier. Why is this here in their headspace? Why is the Hope card reversed with Four of Wands? Why is this here for the divine masculine? Why is this here? Differences. So differences reversed. That's very interesting. So it's almost like, okay, again, because you can see with the shadow and the light. And this is exactly what it is, right? It's like your shadow is being mirrored back to you. It's like me and my shadow and me. Do you ever hear that Peter Pan song? Anyway, it's like that Disney song. So basically, it's like the divine masculine is not noticing that. The divine masculine is not noticing. I think the divine feminine is. The divine feminine totally gets that this is a point of view from the shadows being mirrored back, but the divine masculine is what I'm getting is that they're not noticing this. But let me get another clarifier. Why is this here? Why is differences reversed with the Hope card reversed with Four of Wands reversed? Why is this here? Why is this here? Chaos reversed. That's interesting. So not understanding that this is a clearing. This is, of course, the Tower card, not understanding that the reason for their divine feminine is to clear out their wounds, that this is a rebirth. They're not maybe seeing that in their headspace. In their headspace, instead they see it as, I'm losing hope. I don't know why, what's going on. I don't know why. It's kind of shaky ground. I'm kind of doubting it. But not understanding that this is work to be done, not understanding that there's a reason for the chaos, and that this is shadow work. Okay, so let's look at the divine feminine. What is going on in the headspace specifically about their divine masculine? Two cards. What is going on in the headspace of the divine feminine, specifically about their divine masculine? What's going on? Two cards. Yeah, interesting. So in their headspace for the beautiful divine feminines, they're looking at their divine masculine as a missed opportunity with the Four of Cups, as well as their wishes come true. They're in their headspace. They think of their divine masculine as this is everything I ever wanted. This is what's going to fulfill me. And right now, it's a missed opportunity for me. That's what, but let's get a clarifier. Why is this here in the headspace for the Divine Feminine? Why is Four of Cups here with Nine of Cups? Why is this here for the headspace and how the Divine Feminine has, what's in the headspace? Interesting. Individuality. Interesting. So it's almost like the Divine Feminine is willing to stand out. So it's almost like, let's just say family and friends are saying, oh, are you kidding me? You need to move on. Stop wasting your time. It's like the Divine Feminine is willing to be like stand on their own and do their own thing, be an individualist and say, you know what? I'm choosing to go down this path. This is the one, and I'm not going to let anyone else talk me out of it with that card is what I'm getting. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get some guidance. Let's grab this deck. Let's get some guidance. Actually, I'm being pulled to this deck. So for the Divine Masculine, what is the guidance for the Divine Masculine? What is the guidance for the Divine Masculine at this time? What's the guidance? One card. What's the guidance for the Divine Masculine? What's the guidance? Yeah, playfulness. Yeah, so it's interesting that that's here because it came out again. So the guidance is to be playful. Just keep being playful. Don't be so serious. Just play. It's almost like your inner child is calling out to you to be playful. It's like don't take life so seriously. It's like don't keep, plugging along in such a way where everything seems hopeless. It's like allow yourself to play. What does that mean to you? And how are you connecting to your inner child when you do that? So that's beautiful advice. Let's look at so you got a double play here. All right, so let's look at the Divine Feminine. What is the guidance for the Divine? So some of you Divine Masculines, I'm getting, you're working really hard. You're working really hard. You're really you're really making strides, and you're working on your finances, and you're working on your dreams. But it's okay to play. It's okay to play too. Have a little balance there. All right, Divine Feminine, what is your guidance? What is your guidance, beautiful Divine Feminine? What is your guidance? Interesting. So they're asking you to stop projecting. So like if you have fear or anger or whatever you're feeling about your twin flame, just know you're projecting it on them. So they're asking you not to project. Okay. So just know whatever you're thinking in your headspace, it's going to be projected onto you in another body. Okay. And so, it's hard to do. I know it's hard to understand that it's a mirror, but they're asking you not to project whatever your feelings are. It doesn't even have to be just your twin flame. It could be anybody. Okay. It could be family members, coworkers. Oh, I get it. That's hard. I'm always projecting. It's like a movie screen. It's like we are always projecting our movie screen. So we just have to be careful on what we're projecting. All right. Now let's get some messages. What's the message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine? What does the Divine Masculine want their Divine Feminine to know? Two cards. What does the Divine Masculine want their Divine Feminine to know? Oh my gosh, we got this again. So this is a theme. Ooh, we will be together again. I love it. Now this one says, I know I screwed things up and honestly have no idea to fix it. Now, this is reverse, so this is thinking the Divine Feminine screwed up and that they need to fix it because it's reversed. They think the Divine Feminine screwed up and they need to fix it, okay? Because remember, it's a mirror. Everything's a mirror. So if you think they screwed up, they think you screwed up. It's an exact mirror. I know that sounds weird, but that's how the twin flame works. But also, we will be together again. Beautiful. Okay. Let's look at, and I pulled those cards before this week. That's very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the Divine Feminine. What does the Divine Feminine want their Divine Masculine to know? What's the messages? What does the beautiful Divine Feminines want their divine masculines to know. Whoops. I've combined 2 decks here, so it's super big. Okay. What is the messages? All right, so Divine Feminine saying, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. Very interesting. Please don't take what happened personally. So what I'm getting again is that Divine Feminine does understand that it's a projection and does understand that this is a shadow reflection. So that's why I think the Divine Feminine understands, because the Divine Feminine understands that this is the shadows, that their wounds are being reflected back. That is why they're saying don't take it personally. Okay, they're telling the Divine Masculines don't take it. And also, I just have to do something else right now. Please try to understand. Okay, Divine Feminines trying to do what they have to do, probably to clear their shadows, probably to balance out their Divine Feminine. Okay, there's just something else that they need to do right now. All right, well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.